Hello, friends. I had to put my glasses on because I want to read a vision that I had gotten the late summer of 2016. And I shared it with during a message that I did at church. And I thought I'd share with you here. I was driving home and on the highway with the skies blue and the sun shining, some clouds on the sky, and the radio was on. My attention was suddenly drawn to looking at the sky. I would glance, then watch where I was driving, glance and watch where I was driving. I saw a vision where Jesus was standing at the door looking at his Father awaiting. God saying it's not time yet, but soon. As I got closer to coming off the highway into town, I ended up turning the radio down as I could hear God speaking directly to me. As I'm driving through the streets, God says, "See the people? Some will be left behind. Tell them of my Son." This was repeated as I finally got home. I noticed all the various ages of people and activities along the way. I sensed this urgency and began to pray while I was in my parked car. I thought of the people I knew, family too, and I said, "Lord, how am I going to tell them?" Friends, God made a way for me and all of us to tell them. He wants us to tell them. It is time to tell them. The young, the old, the rich, the poor, the male and females, those we have not seen back at church or at our Bible study groups, the lonely and the forgotten, God says to tell them. Tell them of his love and his healing and his forgiveness. Tell them that he loves them and that he's coming back soon. We don't know the day nor the hour, but he is coming. There's no date, though there are people try to say there's a date, but in the Bible it says there's no date. Some have grown lukewarm in their faith, and it's time for us to encourage others. It is time to not be lukewarm or cold in our faith, and to share God's love and his forgiveness with others. Whether it be our family, our friends, our neighbors, our co-workers, people we haven't seen in church for a while, people we could see that we could invite to church, people we could talk to while we're at the store, the pharmacy, anywhere that we are, to share God's love and his forgiveness, to share about his Son that he put on the cross for all of us, to share everything that God has offered. Now, just think of all the things that God has given to us as we look at nature that God created. It just didn't just be there by some scientific situation that some believe. God created all of it. The water, the trees, the birds, the flowers, the grass, and people. And, as time had passed, he gave his only begotten Son to die on the cross for all our sin. And, that is love. The love that he poured out for us, the blood that he shed for us. So, friends, we need to share about God and his love and his forgiveness and the power and glory and majesty of who God is. I encourage you to do that. I used to be a very shy, quiet person, and it took a lot for me to even do this. And it's easy to just write notes and read off of something, but to just try to speak from your heart, for people that I know or people that I don't know that are maybe watching. The sincerity, God's helping me to talk to you. And if I can do it, I know that you can. So God bless all of you today.